Hi guys, so I was asked to do a video on how to remove hard gel safely from your nails. Now honestly there is not a trick to this or some super secret way to do it. I mean literally you have to file the gel off. There's no other way. At the very end you do have the option to soak your nails in acetone, but you're not soaking the gel off. What you're soaking off is the chemical bond between the gel to your nail surface. So as you can see, I've already done this hand here, and I wouldn't normally leave my nails long like this, but I just wanted to show you guys the nail growth that I have underneath. So normally what you would do is you would trim your extensions back the length of your extension, but my nails are literally the length of the entire thing, so I'm going to be skipping that. So I'm just going to go right into filing. So first off, what you're going to need a set of, you're going to need a file. I use a 100-180. You're going to need a set of buffers. I'm using the sand turtles, but you could use the white polar buffers or whatever buffer you have. You may also want to use some kind of cuticle scraper. I'm going to be using the magic wand today. That just happens to be the one that I grabbed out of my thing. And then you're going to need your acetone, if you want to use it, and some foil and cotton balls to soak it, and or these kind of soaking foils, whichever will work fine, and I'll explain everything as we get there. So as you can see, I have polish on the nail, and I also have some nail decorations here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with my electric file. Now you don't have to use an electric file. You could go right into using the 100 side of your file here. That's the more abrasive side, so I would just start by going in and filing off the decoration. For the sake of the video, I'm going to be doing that with my e-file just because it's quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part, and I'll go ahead and let you watch it from beginning to end, but I am going to fast forward. Alright guys, so at this point all I've done is I've taken off the polish. So now what I need to do is I need to take down the volume of the nail, so that means just strictly the gel. I'm not going to file down to my actual nail. I'm going to do some of that with my e-file just to take down the bulk of it, and then I'm going to switch to my hand file. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and again I'm going to fast forward. So as you're filing, you can feel the difference in the texture between your natural nail and the gel itself. And one way that I do that is by the color of the shavings. So as you're filing, if you notice, the shavings are really white. When you get down to your natural nail, that's going to change. And I'm going to keep going, and I'm not going fast, and I'm not going hard, and I'm not pushing on the file itself. I'm letting the file do the work. And I'm just going to keep doing that on my nail until I start to get through the gel to my natural nail, and then at that point I'm going to stop or slow down so that I don't damage the nail. And if you can tell, I'm concentrating more in the center and the tip of my nail because that's where I have most of the gel. Towards the back I don't have hardly any gel. So I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but what I can tell is that right here is natural nail, right here is natural nail, this is still gel, and this is still gel along this side here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep filing. And I'm just working those spots that I told you that I know for a fact that there's gel. So at this point, if you're not going to do the soaking method, what you can do is you can just move right into the buffer. So this is my next buffer. This is fine, and this one's super fine. And then you would just start working that to try to create an even surface, and you're only going to work it where you have gel. So you can see the ridge here from natural nail to gel, and that's where I'm going to be working primarily. And that's what you would keep doing. You would just keep filing it down and buffing it down, concentrating where you have gel. Now what I'm going to show you guys is how to do the actual soaking method. So I have my little foil here, and then I'm going to be using 100% acetone. I'm just going to soak that. And again, what I'm doing, this will not soak off the gel, but what it will do is it will break the chemical bond between the gel to your natural nail, and it'll allow you to kind of create your own lifting essentially. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. And if you don't have this, you can just use regular aluminum foil and a cotton round or cotton ball, whatever you have. And I'm going to let this soak for 20 minutes. So while that's soaking, I'm going to go ahead and do my other fingers and get it to that point as well. Alright guys, so it's been about 15-20 minutes. I'm not exactly sure. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. And I'm just going to take my cuticle scraper and I'm just going to start kind of scraping off. And now, I will say that this doesn't always work. Sometimes you just have to file it off. But you can see, like right here, there's little bits that I missed that are coming up. And that's the gel. And really on this nail, I didn't have too much gel left on there. Okay, so I've gone ahead and scraped off the little bits of gel. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in with my buffer and I'm going to start with the fine. And I'm just going to kind of smooth out the nail. And again, I'm going really soft. And this is just to kind of make things even again. If there were any bits of gel left, like right here, there's like a little teeny bit. I'm going to concentrate there when I buff. At this point, your nail should be pretty much smooth and pretty much free of any gel. You might have the occasional little, like right there, there was a little bit. But with the buffer, it's going to come up. And again, I'm not really gouging into my nail. I'm just trying to keep it very smooth. And I don't want to take too many layers off of my natural nail, obviously. So right here, I can feel that there's a little bit of gel buildup. So all I'm going to do is come in with my actual file. And I'm sorry, I'm going to bring that a little closer to myself so I can actually see. But I'm just going to file right there, and you can see the dust that's coming off of that. It's more stark white than if it was your natural nail. Hurting myself, so I'm just going to continue with the buffer. If I notice any thick places that have gel build up, I'm going to go ahead and get those as I'm buffing, but for the most part my nail should be done. And now I'm just going to go in with my super fine, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just buffing, and at this point I'm just pretty much sealing up any damage that I did or any big thick grooves in my nail. And again, you could skip this part pretty much at this point. If you're worried about taking too much off of your nail. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and wash my nails, and then I'll be back to show you what I do next. Okay guys, so all I did is I just went ahead and washed my hands. At this point you can put on your cuticle oil or your top coat, whatever you're going to do any shaping that you're going to do. I'm going to shape my nails here in a little bit. I'm going to actually trim them down because they're kind of long for me, but just go in with your cuticle oil or top coat or whatever it is you're going to be doing, and you're done. So I hope this video helped you guys out. Just keep in mind that different builder gels are going to have different soak times, and some of them soaking won't work at all. I'm using Cena, and for the most part what I've noticed with Cena, if you soak it, if it's really really thin and then you soak it in the acetone, it gives it kind of a brittle consistency, and it allows you kind of to slough it off of the top of your nail. It does not actually break down the gel itself or make it gooey like a soakable gel, but it does get it kind of brittle so that you can get it off with your cuticle pusher. I hope that that makes sense. Alright guys, so here's my nails just with top coat and cuticle oil on them, in case you were wondering. I'll probably wear them like this for a couple days just to give them some time to breathe before I do anything else to them. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and as always, thank you for watching.